In this part of Lesson 4, we're going to be looking at Freeform View in depth, and we're also going to be looking at the media browser. So we've kind of touched on the Freeform View. Right now, I'm in List View. If you choose this one, it will put you in Freeform View. The next thing the book is asking us to do is make sure you're not selected in one of the bins. I'm just in the project panel, and then it wants us to choose the media browser panel. So I'm going to click this at the top, and it wants us to navigate. We're going to bring in some files. So another way to bring files in, and we need to get to the lessons folder, so it's on my E drive. It's wherever you guys had saved it. Also, if you want to see a little bit more, you can make this smaller. And here's my lessons folder. And then next it says assets, video and audio files, and then it wants the desert sequence or desert folder. So here's the desert folder. It wants us to right click, so it's a right click, and then it says choose import. So if you choose this, it will bring in all the files, and it jumped us back to our project panel. And if I make them a little bit smaller to see, you can see there's desert, and I have my other ones. Okay, so we brought in that entire folder, and that's all the video files that was contained in that one. All right, so now it wants us to double click the new desert bin to open it in its own panel. So now we can see all of the files in that. It also wants us to choose the freeform button, which I kind of did at the beginning. And then it says double click the name. So if you double click this, it'll expand it to full screen, allowing you to view the freeform view a little bit more clear because it's going to take up your whole window. And you can double click again to get back out of that. All right, one of the things it tells us to do is right click in the empty space in the project panel and choose reset grid name to make more efficient use of the space. So just come out here somewhere, wherever you're not on a clip, choose right click and then reset to grid, and it said using name. So it's now put them in a name order. And it's lined them up, and that's fine. It's a good way to organize your clips, either as a list of items, thumbnails, freeform. They all allow you to group clips within a bin. Not only that, you can give different clips different thumbnail sizes. So in the freeform view, you can actually change the size of a clip. For example, like this clip here, get a hold of it. You can bring it out. If you have similar footage and you want them all to be together, you could line these up. This is also rock looking, so they can be lined up in that regards. You can also stack objects, so if you see both of these are yellow flowers, you can stack them on top of each other. You can also save these layouts, so if you right click in the empty space, you can choose save as new layout. I don't actually want to save this, so I'm not going to. But if I did save it, when I right click again, I could come here and choose restore layout, and it would give me my saved options there. So those are both right clicks to get save as a new layout and restore layouts. Okay, so you can do like an entire bin. You can select multiple thumbnails, and this is how you change the size. So if we want both of these, you can click and drag a box around them, or you could do one click, hold shift, 2 clicks. Both the files are now highlighted, and I wanted to make them a larger icon. You right click and then come down here to clip size, and I could choose extra large. That just makes those bigger. Maybe those were important and that's why I made them bigger versus maybe just the pictures of the stones. Again, this is just a different style of layout to kind of get you organized before you actually start editing. Traditionally, I like the list view, like I've said in the past. That's just mine. I'm more of a data person. I can deal with list. If you're more of a visual person, maybe you really like this freeform view. Again, finding what works for you to make you the most efficient is one of your goals with this semester. All right, you can also zoom this area by using zoom control. If you hold Option on your Mac or Alt on your PC and then use the scroll wheel on your mouse, you can see I can zoom in or zoom out. So if I wanted to look at any specific clip, depending on where your pointer is, the focus on the zoom will change. So that's another little shortcut thing that you can do in there. All right, it says open the panel menu. So we want to come up here. That's our panel menu right there. And it says choose Freeform View options all the way down at the bottom of this menu. And there it is, Freeform View options. Once this box comes up, you can see you can change 4 different things. You can change up to 2 lines of metadata. So we've talked about that in the past. So you can choose name or any of those other things from the drop down. You can also deselect label color and badges.